The NYPD again targeted organizers of Palestine solidarity protests in New York, arresting 9 people. The arrests follow a week of intensified state repression of the Palestine solidarity movement. On January 20th, police descended upon a Shut It Down for Palestine march in Manhattan, arresting several of its leaders. And on January 26th, police arrested organizers from Within Our Lifetime. Increasing arrests were also reported in other cities. Organizers say that police are trying to intimidate the movement, but they will not be silent or stop marching in support of the people of Gaza.
Give me a line. Give me a line.
An illegal right to protest, and we will continue to protest. We're not intimidated. Do I look intimidated? We have rights, and we will assert them.
Up on some kids, huh? Huh? Y'all ready to beat up on some kids, huh? You can't take a smile at me.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Iowa girl the same. NYPD, KKK.
Free, free, free Palestine!
Those who come seeking asylum, we should immediately have the capacity to absorb them, keep them safe until they can be heard.
2 months ago, my team began to work with a bipartisan group of senators to put together the toughest, smartest, fairest border security bill in history. It includes an additional 1,300 border patrols. We need more agents on the border. It also gives me, as president, the emergency authority to shut down the border until it could get back under control. If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
NYPD, KKK! I don't want their own estate! NYPD, KKK! I don't want their own estate! NYPD, KKK! I don't want their own estate!
They want to use $50 million of taxpayers' dollars to build Cop City, which essentially would train the police to then oppress the taxpayers that are paying for them. Cop City Dallas is one of the nationwide cop cities that are being built to militarize the police. Cop cities are being put in Black and brown communities, and in Dallas in particular, it is also going to be built on the UNT campus. That type of environment is not something that anyone needs to live in, particularly Black and brown people in a place, in a state, in a country that doesn't care for their safety. And so I feel like we have to be louder about this. We have to be more deliberate, and we have to be in a more community setting. What I love about seeing everyone here is that you see Black, brown, you see folks with different style, different gender. People even brought their dogs, y'all. Okay. The oppressive powers that be are very unified. They are very organized. And so we need to do the same.
We have been attacked for organizing and expressing our solidarity with Palestine. We had posted around our protest to tell everybody to come out in front of Senator Lindsey Graham's house. And that post was taken down by Instagram saying that we had violated community guidelines. We reposted it again, and then that post was taken down too. Even before our action, the sheriff went around to all the neighbors to tell them about this demonstration. And one of the neighbors expressed to the sheriff that she is planning on joining the protest. And then a few hours later, this neighbor receives a letter from the HOA accusing her of being responsible for this protest, and that if anything happens, that she will be held liable. But regardless, it still had a large turnout, and Lindsey Graham himself is too much of a coward to even come out and face us. But he did take footage of those who were filming us across the street and posted a statement on Twitter saying that all Palestinians are radicalized and learn to hate Jews from birth. That following Monday, we woke up to find standing in front of a protest and picket by MIT students, both undergrads and grad workers, calling on MIT to cut all research and financial ties with the Israeli Ministry of Defense. MIT, a couple hours ago, brutally arrested 6 grad workers and undergrads right behind me, including the vice president of our union, our grad student union. This is unacceptable behavior from MIT. The fact that they are willing to arrest their students instead of cut ties is unacceptable. We're here as a grad union because yesterday MIT suspended 23 undergrads and grad workers, effective immediately. For grad workers, this meant that 1, their employment was cut immediately, 2, they were evicted immediately from their on-campus housing, and 3, they were suspended from all academic and research activities. This is completely unacceptable, unjust, and illegal, and so we're here as a union ready to fight for our coworkers. We know that we're strong together, and we know that when we fight collectively.
The blood of these children is on your hands! 13 years old! Sama Abulin! 13!
Say it again. Say it again. Mock them again. Mock the children again. Do it again. Do it again.
18 years old! 18 years old! Yusuf Hassan! 8 years old! Turn around and join the uncommitted delegates in the protest.
Just in our first day alone, we had like 86 tents go up. We had a rally at the same deadline that they gave us to decamp. Because of this, the administration refused to meet with us for the rest of the year. Next day, they put 26 students on suspension.
We're facing the fact that we can't show our faces at anything for Palestine because we'll actually be expelled.
They charged us with 8 different violations of the student conduct, ranging anywhere from complicity to harm to persons. They never presented any evidence. They portray us as villains so that we had damaged the university, but really they're talking about tent stake holes being in the turf. With students who lost their jobs, there were students who were kicked out of housing. Since this school year has started, they've issued a statement announcing their new policies for student code of conduct. It includes stuff like, if you're organizing, it has to be within a declared student org. Any demonstrations can only take place Tuesday.
The daughter of an anti-ICE activist in Austin, Texas, has been arrested and placed in an ICE hold after a car crash. Organizers are demanding the charges against her be dropped.
No ha recibido atención médica, no ha tenido un intérprete. Ahorita le están haciendo como que firme documentos sin tener una defensa a su persona.
The family does not yet know what she's being charged with, but organizers say she was the victim in the crash on the day she was arrested. If the ICE hold is not lifted and the charges are not dropped, she could face deportation and separation from her family.
Pues estoy aquí alzando la voz por ella, porque sé que como ella hay más personas que están pasando o han pasado lo que mi hija está pasando en este momento.
I was suspended. I believe I'm being targeted. I was told explicitly I will have to leave the country. I was told I have no grace period. I have days. And due to the public pressure and backlash, I believe, there's been some reconsideration. I think we have to understand what is the function of a university in this time. I think we have to realize that a university in this time, far from it being a bastion of dedication to free speech and intellectual inquiry and all the kind of many empty platitudes that we hear, fundamentally produces the intellectual arm ruling class. And when you understand the university to be a place that is an intellectual arm that produces and reproduces empire, when you read it in that understanding, you see the repressive tactics. They start to make sense. Because what Palestine does is hold up a mirror to empire. What Palestine does is that it exposes so.
We've been out in these streets for a year now. The people of Palestine know this. The people of Yemen know this. The people of Lebanon know this. The people of Iran, the people of Syria, the people of Haiti, the people of Puerto Rico, the global south. And we, in the belly of the beast, must be reaffirmed that this is a long march and we're walking.
march the same streets until my feet are blistered and bruised. The community, the sharing of debates, that moment where you feel in your bones that there are more of us than there is of them. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Brick by brick, wall by wall. Zionism will fall.
They handcuffed me right in front of my dorm. I'm not allowed on campus. I can't go to my classes. I'm only allowed to be in my dorm room. They're terrorizing us to a certain extent. And they're doing it all because they care more about their financial well-being than they do about their students, than they do about innocent people losing their lives in Gaza.
On October 9th, I was arrested outside of my home by 2 CUPD investigators for allegedly causing disruptions at the Statler Hotel. There was a protest that was designed to disrupt a weapons manufacturer present at a career fair.
Cornell University is complicit both within the Zionist entity and the military-industrial complex. Craig Kaiser is the Board of Trustees chair. That means he is the most powerful person at Cornell University. So this man is a director at a weapons manufacturer and a majority shareholder at a weapons manufacturer named Moog, in which he is making millions of dollars every...
Where the fuck is Mama?
Then let's go.
We're trying. Let's go.
There's nowhere
to go. Walk. Everybody walk now.
The Democratic Party is attempting to kick us off the ballot in 2 states, Georgia and Pennsylvania.
Democrats have spent millions of dollars to kick progressive third-party candidates off of the ballot in key states. The Green Party, the Claudia and Karina campaign, Cornel West campaign, and RFK Jr. all have faced challenges.
We realize immediately, we just start looking into who filed this challenge. The lawyer for the Georgia challenge was the legal counsel for the Georgia Democratic Party. And so what we learned in Pennsylvania is that there were 2 lawsuits against us. One of them was very clearly financed by a super PAC, Clear Choice. And another one was also very clearly someone who had deep ties to the Democratic Party. He was part of the legal counsel team in Philadelphia for the Biden-Harris administration. So to me, it seemed very clear that the Democrats are going on the offensive. They're really switching up their strategy, and they're using slush funds through the super PACs to finance really shutting down all opposition that couldn't be presented through a third-party vote.
The Green Party has faced ballot access challenges.
As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world.
Vice President Harris has always championed America's support for NATO.
She's worked with President Zelensky to fight back against Russia,
Iran, North Korea, and especially China watch closely.
Our vision is based on our values. The values that took us to the shores of Normandy and helped us win the Cold War.
She'll keep modernizing our military to support our troops.
She'll keep America's military the strongest in the world, the strongest ever known.
We are the damn United States of America. We lead.